Just waiting to go live. See if we can see when we are. Says I'm starting. This is new. YouTube have changed their thing since I last used it. Tells me I'm live. The internet can totally see you now. To stop using your camera. Yeah, I'm live. Woo. Right, okay, cool. Let's close that over here. Right, this time I can see the chat, but it's on my other monitor. So if anyone does come and watch me, they can chat and talk to me. Cool. Right, basically today I'm just doing a stream, little stream, probably half an hour or so, to look at the new features I've added to Woodfel since I last streamed. It was a few months ago now. And I've still been working on the game, but I've been up and down, you know, sometimes you can be a bit more productive than other times. But let's go ahead and create a new world. L3ftybot. What am I going to call the world? Stupid land. There we go. That sounds fine. Hopefully the mic's loud enough. I'm trying a new setup. I can get in and talk to it really clearly, or I can be a bit further back. Yeah, trying to hang in from the top on a boom, which is kind of cool. Gets less vibrations and stuff. I think you can still, yeah, can make vibrations, but don't want to do that. Oh shit, it's vibrating now. No, it's fine. Right, I'm just going to keep it world size of 30 by 30. Keep it kind of small. It can go pretty big, but the bigger you make it, the more memory it uses. Especially when it's generating and like when you run around, you just load loads of chunks. So, right, great. And now access. Okay. Right, so here I am in the world. So I can't remember if I streamed last time, sorry, I can't remember if the last time I streamed I'd done the build anywhere thing. But that was one of the big additions recently, where you can build your house kind of stuff anywhere in the world rather than just on the plots. So that's one big change. Another one is the thing I've been doing recently is like an event system. So while you're playing the game, doing your own thing, the game's like got sort of timers and things kicking around in the background to decide. Right now I'm going to spawn a creature that's going to kind of attack the player, or I'm going to spawn just like a boss somewhere in the world, and that would be like quite random. At the moment, every 5 minutes it will spawn like this guy here. It will spawn a dude who's going to come and attack me. Fire fireballs at him. Yeah, there we go. So every few minutes it will spawn someone like quite close to the player, or a player at the moment, because I'm the only player on the server, so they'll basically come for me. Yay! But usually it'll be like it would just pick a random player and be like, right, I'm going to harass that player now, and it will spawn them somewhere nearby, and then they will try and get to the player. One problem with that at the moment is I don't have pathfinding for the creatures. So if they spawn like behind a wall, they can be a bit confused. They will try and jump over the wall, and that's kind of cool. Jumping creatures was a feature I added as well, and it's kind of funny. Like up until now, they would just run into a wall, and you'd be like, oh, you can't get me, I'm fine. But then they're jumping, and suddenly they will jump over the wall and come and get you, and it's quite funny. It was unexpectedly powerful when they were able to do it. I'll try and show you this with this dude here. So run up here where we would normally be safe. Can't get too far away from him because he'll lose aggro, and if we come up here I'll be like, oh, I'm completely fine. Ah. So now they will, and I'm dead. Now they'll try and get you. Sometimes they can jump twice up a wall. I might actually even have some sort of system where it looks like they're climbing, just like a different animation, like this kind of animation as they can maybe move vertically up a wall for trying to chase the player if they're in like a large structure or something. I think that'd be kind of cool. But yes, so that will happen quite a lot. They will spawn and come. Oh, this one. Run away! Yeah, luckily at the moment the aggro distance isn't very far. I only have to get a little distance, and they get bored and they leave me alone. And also, as long as you're on the move as well, they'll probably spawn somewhere and not be close enough to chase you. That's something I'll probably sort out. I'll probably make them so that they can easier keep up with the player, and they'll have like a slightly longer distance if they've been spawned specifically to chase the player. Whereas at the moment they're using the same distance as if they're a regular spawned mob, as they are a kind of what I call a harassment mob, behind the scenes kind of thing. But I'm also going to build some stuff, so I'm just going to gather some wood and stone, and I can start doing some building. Also, I should totally give myself a hairstyle, because it looks rubbish when you're just like a little bald dude just in the game. Right, which hairstyle will I go for? I've added another hairstyle one for beard as well lately, but I haven't made an item or a recipe for it, so I can't really give myself that at the moment. I'm going to go with regular, good old spiky hair. Right, drag it in. Yeah, I got hair. Woo. Right, set some colours. There's no one talking. I don't think there's. I can't even see if anyone's watching. I don't know. That's probably what I want to go for. Blue and black. There we go. That sounds good. That looks good. That'll do me. Let's get a cup of tea. Wizard chasing me. Run! Also, scarily white at the moment. Hang on, let me change my. Yeah. Let me just change my skin colour. Yeah, little demon guy, or a Simpsons character. Actually, yeah, I'll be a Simpsons character. I'm going to make myself Bart Simpson. What the hell colour hair does Bart have? Oh, he's just yellow hair as well, isn't he? Okay. Fine, I won't be Bart Simpson. I'll be a Ginger Simpson. Or a Lego man, that's kind of the colour as well. Oh yeah, I did make it so the creatures can spawn underground now as well. That was something for a while. They'd only, like, whenever they were trying to figure out where to spawn, they would just shoot a ray down from the sky, so it would always be on the surface. But now, when it's specifically trying to spawn a monster near a player, it finds the closest surface that it can in the point where it's trying to spawn. It's kind of cool. So even when you're underground, rummaging around looking for stuff, you'll get creatures coming at you. Can't remember if I had it set up to tweet out when I was. Actually, I have to check on that computer. One moment. Love this microphone. One moment. We're loading. We're not loading. Give me a new tab, Chrome. Yes, I did tweet. Didn't use any hashtags, I probably should have done that. Got it set up to do like the automated tweet when you start streaming, so it's probably not very effective unless you put any hashtags on it, but at least it's there. And the stream will be recorded anyway for YouTube posterity, so I can watch my stupid face later. Oh, run away! Run away from the wizard! Oh, ruffle. Okay, so yeah, I probably haven't set up the height of this of this wizard's jumping, so he can only do tiny little jumps. I changed the fireball stuff recently so that it's not too easy. Still pretty easy to hit them, but before it would really be able to like loop around very quickly and come and hit the enemy. And I changed it so that it can't turn quite as quickly. So you've got to be slightly more accurate when you're pointing to, when you're casting towards them. Probably means that I'll need to give them some kind of evasion kind of stuff as well, so they'll realise, oh, there's a fireball coming at me, try and dodge it. But that'll be probably for yeah, that'll be for later on when I'm trying to make difficult creatures. Right, I'm going to get some more wood and then I will decide what I'm going to try and build. Yeah, as well as these creatures that are spawning like right next to me, there will be like I was saying about the boss creatures, there's at the moment I've got set up one where it spawns like a scaled up devil and a few minions, and he's got like a name as well, and there's just another random one where it spawns a bunch of little tiny elves. So we've got those two different events running as well in the world, and my plan is that when they do spawn, you'll get some sort of indication, like maybe it'll say a boss has spawned to the north, or something like that, or a boss has spawned underground near you. So you'll kind of know, right, I need to hunt around and try and find this creature now. And it'll probably give the name as well, so you'll know about their drop table, that they've got maybe a specific appearance item that you want or something that you can try and chase after and get that. So that'd be cool. And it will also allow players to coordinate and converge on points when it's obviously a multiplayer game. So if there's two players in an area, they might come and try and find the same creature. And then they can either help each other kill it or kill each other and then kill it and take all the loot. Woo! Right, now. Just thinking about what to build now. I'm going to go for a classic tower. Also going to see if I can see if anyone is watching. This riveting stream. No, there is no one watching at the moment. So sad, all on my own. It's probably for the best. Right, let's see. Right, so I built some corners and a doorway, and probably build some stairs as well. Right, I'm going to build it off of this mountain, so that maybe I have to do the 3 sides. Wait, one of them there. Let's go. Right. Run away! Oh, that's rubbish. Ah, damn. Yeah, I need to improve that melee ability. I don't like what I did with it. I've made it so it kind of shoots a point directly forward from where you're aiming, and clearly that doesn't really work very well. I need it to be like, just like collide with a big area in front of the player and just like, you know, damage anything that is in that kind of field. I don't know where I was. I'm going to try that direction because it looks like there's stuff over there. Yes, so that basic melee ability is just rubbish, so I need to do something like that later on. I should also really give myself like just tons of material so I can just build away, but it feels like kind of cheating if I do that. And if it's boring to gather the stuff, then I need to do something about that. And it is kind of boring, so. But maybe that's because there's not a lot of variety at the moment. It is just, like the recipes that I've set up are very much kind of placeholders. It's just uses a quantity of stone and wood to do everything. Oh, actually that's something I'm going to do. I'm going to dig down and get some lights, so that I can make like a kind of beacon, and then I know when I spawn in, that's where I am. So I'll just do that. I say dig down and get some lights because in the dungeons under the world, there are in the walls there's these light blocks that spawn. So I'll just grab some of those. It's a little bit easier than hunting around to try and find the sunstone ore. Can't see if there's any dungeons yet. Spawned into a big chasm. Not spawned, fallen into a big chasm. Also working on some creatures at the moment, some new stuff. Because at the moment all the creatures are just variations of the human. But I'm working on a little hedgehog, which is going to be quite cute. And I've got like a list of other things like skeletons, and I want to do like a wasp creature that will kind of hunt around the player, and you know, they can fly so they can get you wherever you go, kind of thing. That'd be quite cool. That's exactly what I'm looking for. So I shall steal some of these. Oh, don't go down there. Don't fall out in the world. That's quite weird actually. No. I was forgetting I had made some blocks that had the lights in the floor, so that explains why. I was thinking it might have been like the ceiling from the lower floor, the floor below it, but we're on the bottom, so. See if anything spawns while I'm down here actually, just to prove that I wasn't talking out my arse about that. When I was testing it, I had the duration of the little event kind of thing was really low, and it would spawn a new event every second if it was allowed to. So that was quite a good way to test the stuff, but now I've set it back to kind of normal values, so you have to wait a little while before something spawns. Something I'll have to probably balance, like if there's fewer players on the server, you'll need to spawn stuff for them to keep them busy, but at the same time not bother them too much, because they might be obviously trying to do some just kind of sandboxy building stuff. But then also if there's lots of players, you can't really give them a creature per player, because they are actually quite heavy on the bandwidth, so that might be, you know, suddenly you'd have like, no, I mean, players are expensive, and then creatures are kind of expensive as well if they're in combat, because it maintains a more accurate position on the network if they're fighting at the time. So then it's like reporting more about their positional data. Need to improve that with prediction later on, but at the moment that's how it is, and it seems to be okay. But yeah, like then if you had like 10 players and 10 creatures, it's quite a lot of traffic if they're all in combat to be firing around, but probably need to make it work. Now I got the lights, I'm going to jump out the world. Woo. Right. And decide where I'm going to put my tower. Actually, fuck it, I'll put it here. Fine, screw you, wall being too high. Actually, I want some windows as well. Do I? No, I don't. That's good. I'll keep it small. It's a mistake I often make, trying to make it too big straight away, and then it just takes ages to get anywhere. Just randomly putting these in the sky so I can see, hopefully, where it is later on when I die again, inevitably. At night time they should show up nicely. Right, I need more rock, so I'm just gonna dig something. Wait, do I need more rock? No, I've got a fuck ton of rock. Oh wait, I don't need more rock. I need more walls. Don't need iron ore because it's useless. Useless at the moment. It's just a random. I just added like basic metal. Whoa, what is going on with the frame rate? The stream. I was happy again. What was that about? Let me just check the stream. My head was moving at 2 frames per second for a minute there. And I think it seems to be fine. Seems okay, it's fine. Right, I'll leave it alone. I'll probably pause it there so it's not sending all the time. I never know if you're supposed to watch your own stream to check on your stream or if it kills the bandwidth, which I imagine it does. Even though my internet's not too bad, but you never know with these things. Or I never know. Base of the tower coming along right. Need some flooring too. Build some floors. Yeah, I can't remember if it was all categorized like this as well last time. I made it so that like I was getting an absolute ton of recipes that were really filling out the kind of list, because I used to have them like an individual recipe took up a row. So I made it like categories with like tiny icons, so you click on it and see all the details, which has made, yeah, it's made it just tidier, easier to find what you're looking for. It's stuck. Good. You have some of that, little bastard. There we go. Trying to bloody get me. That's another problem as well. There's virtually no sound in the game at the moment. You can hear the footsteps when I'm running around, but that's about it. I'll probably have like more indicators, like if something does spawn near you, there'll be some sort of mystical spawny sound, so you know when something's coming for you. Unless I want like sneaky mobs that try and sneak up on you. Probably both. Put this thing down. Yeah, I should probably heal myself again. Oh, nice shot. I'm going to dig myself some stairs back up. Bzz, bzz. Phone. Email from Unity. It's always a pain in the arse when streaming, when you know no one's watching right now, to keep anything going chatter-wise. Ah, you can't get me up here, you bastard. Oh yeah, this is quite funny. When they're directly underneath you, they don't know what to do. They're like, I know I'm near him. I know he's in that direction, but they can't get near you. He's not jumping actually, he should be jumping. Oh no, it's because when you, there you go. Yeah, if they're near something, they start jumping. But I can shoot them in the head. Oof, yeah. Right, maybe if I build walls around this thing, then they can't come in and get me. So, more walls. Also keep trying to tab target, and my game doesn't have tab targeting. But that's definitely something to add. Okay. I'm kind of rubbish at my own game for fighting in it. Right, quick walls. Shit, I'm gonna run out of walls too quickly. More walls. And in a moment, they're coming over the walls. Or something equally dramatic. something I should do as well. Stream with someone else playing, and then I can talk. I don't want to do away. Then I can talk to them as well, and that will probably make it more interesting than just me chatting away to myself. Ah. Yeah, I probably shouldn't let them hit through the wall. Hang on, I'm gonna cheat here. For at least the projectiles, I kind of want them to go through stuff, because I think it makes it far too easy to avoid things if if they'll impact the terrain and any structure. Like you can be like, just if something's coming in, you can just put up a wall in front of you and it would hit that. So I kind of want them to be able to get through walls. But for melee stuff, I think it should probably, you need to actually be directly able to hit them. So that's obviously a validation I'm not doing at the moment, which I should do. Now I'll go and kill him. Or, oh no, he'll come and kill me. Bastard. Moment of truth, can I see my bloody tower? Where did I put it? Over there. There it is. You see the light blocks off in the distance. Don't need that. Oh, there's the elves. Look at them. They're tiny. They're also, through an error in what I was doing, slightly transparent. And that's just something stupid to do with their material. I can kill them as well, I think. Let me see. Oh, oh yeah, they made them very quick. Little bastards. Oh, I should really make it so that if you hit one, they all come at you, because they're quite hard to hit, and that would be really funny. Ah, run away! Away from the tiny elf! Yeah, that'd be quite funny. Even if I made them hostile, so if you do run through them and they just all come at you and you're like, ah! Couple with making some stupid noises, that'd be great. Oh, I reckon anyway. So the stuff spawning is definitely a cause of annoyance. Not sure if it's good annoyance or annoying annoyance, you know what I mean? But it's all about balancing. It's like, you know, before I had nothing going on, so there would be creatures spawn, but unless they were right looking at you, they wouldn't bother you at all. So now the fact that they spawn and they come and bother you, or you can be running through there, like the big ones, when they spawn, they'll obviously come and get you as well. Just adds a bit of life to the game. Not enough at all, but it's something. Like I need more creatures and just other things happening. Obviously other players around, as I was saying before, would help immeasurably. What the hell is this guy doing? How is that even possible? How is he spawned there? Let me put him out of his misery. That's probably the whole... Yeah, okay. So it all decided the closest surface to where I was that one, and so it spawned right there. That's a slight problem, but I will not let it bother me yet. Right. Gotta watch out for that bloody wizard spawning as well. More corners. Hey guys, how you doing? Oh, you saw them? Yeah, they're quite cool. I think they'll be quite funny if I give them some silly noises and stuff. I think it'll be fun. They are mad broken at the moment. They yeah, they're just like, they're meant to fade in, but like because the material's wrong, it's kept them like for some reason half visible when they spawn in. But maybe it's a good effect. I don't know. Oh, all the structures and things. Yeah, I've added loads recently. Or not recently, I suppose it was a couple of months ago now. There's loads of variety to build with. So hopefully, yeah. I mean, I'm hoping that people, when they have a go with it, they'll do more interesting things. I'm probably getting a bit bored of building with them myself, because obviously I made them and like testing with them all the time. Which, yeah, that's why I kind of really want to get like at some point another playtest with a bunch of people playing, and just kind of watch other people and see what they do. Because there's probably things that I've not really thought of that they need to build with. Like more stairs. Like more stairs. I think this tower is physically perfect. This would work completely well. UI work? Not maybe since the last one you played. I can't really remember what. Like, I haven't done anything really UI wise except the crafting panel. This one here. And that was just to like make it so it could, like, having proper categories and smaller icons so I could fit more in. Don't think I've done, like, I haven't done much with like the inventory kind of stuff. Ah, cool. That's good. Yeah. Yeah, I'm never sure about leaving them up because like I sometimes watch them back and I'm just like kind of crap at doing this at the moment. Oh, but yeah, are you on Discord at all? Because I've got I've put like some pinned messages in there with the build, so you can play it and you can see how what you think of it. And it's just on my website. You can download. Or in fact, I could try and type it in here. Hang on. I can remember the URL. It's the month 06. Oh, cool. Okay, I won't type it. Just trying to remember the stupid version number that I put in it. But like at some point, you know, it's you can just grab it whenever and just see what you think. At some point, I'll be brave enough to like actually advertise a live stream properly, and then try and get a few people to come and join, and then I can be like kind of chatting to them while I do it. But at the moment, I'm just never sure if I've got the balls to go through with it until I'm doing it. Then I'm just jump in and just do a stream. So I do find it quite difficult to just talk into the void for the most part. And I always find myself Like, what am I even doing? Aimlessly just building a tower into space. It's because I'm concentrating on like talking and stuff. Actually, is anything spawned around me? Yes, there's a wizard. Nope, I wizard. Yeah, they despawn after a little while. Had to try and figure out some logic for that. Like, needed to despawn them eventually, but only if they were, like, if they were in combat. I didn't want them to, like... Oh, cool, you saw the tweet. That's cool. Yeah, I probably should have... Like, I guess, yeah, if I was doing it properly, I'd do, like, several tweets or something. Like, yeah. Oh, yeah, tweet in the day. Oh, I see what you're saying, yeah. Oh, that's cool, yeah, okay. Yeah, I'll think about doing one properly next week then, and I'll let you know, and then set you up with a client and stuff that you can use. Get some windows. But yeah, I guess I've seen other streamers, they'll probably kind of, they'll be like, go live in an hour guys, and then just before they'll be like, right, going live in 5 minutes. And it must be a good way to try and catch people at those points, because Twitter is so random with how people just, you know, once an hour they might scroll through and they might catch something, but for the most part people are just, yeah, it's hard to get people engaged with what you're doing, so hard / nearly impossible. Oh, you're going to Wales? Where are you going in Wales? Yeah, oh, and the lag, yeah, there's probably... I don't know what if there's anything that I can do to change that, or if it's just like a system they've got. I know on things like Beam and Twitch there's a delay. Not entirely sure why, something to do with the bandwidth, or probably like how their servers have to process the stream before sending it out. But yeah, where in Wales are you going? Oh, nice. Are you going to try and climb Snowdonia? I've never been there myself, but I imagine it's a fun one to try and climb. Or walk up, I guess. Yeah, there's probably different routes, I know. I'm not going to try and say Landudno in a Welsh accent. I was tempted, but it's not a good idea. Ah, fuck. Bastard. Phew. Oh, they've got a train that goes up there. Oh yeah, I suppose if you're taking your kid up there, you know, it's a bit early to be like, right, we're going to teach you how to mountain climb now. 15 months, you've had enough time to get ready. Oh, that's cool that they've got a train that goes all the way up though. That must be pretty cool. There's one of the mountains near Aviemore, I can't remember which one it is. They've got the ski lift that goes up, like, pretty much, well, it's the top of one of them anyway, and it's really cool. They've obviously got the snowboarding and skiing facility, but it's really cool. It's like a proper, let's say, ski lift, like a proper carriage one that goes all the way up. Oh yeah, if you've done them before, like coming down is, I always find, kind of terrifying. You kind of want to stand at the front and just be like in this massive metal box that's just going down a mountain with snow and shit around. It's pretty cool. That's as close to probably doing roller coasters that I would go. I fucking hate roller coasters. How's your game going, by the way? Need some more windows. Should use the cylindrical stuff to build. It's probably more interesting. Oh, the airships. Yeah, they at the moment they don't exist. It's a test that I made to get the networking kind of working, so that like when you're standing on them, or when anyone's standing on them, that they sync up nicely over the network. So I was pretty chuffed that I managed to get it working, because yeah, it's just one of those kind of things, especially when they're moving at speed. Game's going okay, just mad slow. 30 to 40 minutes a weekday. Yeah, no, I know what you mean. It's hard to find the time, isn't it? I mean, obviously you've also got your job and a child and family and stuff, so I imagine that is quite protective of your time when you get it to try and do something on it. It's also, you got to fight the burnout, haven't you? You can't like just constantly be working and then come home and doing more stuff, but it's fun, I guess, to do something other than your day job. So yeah, the airships, they will, I'll probably make it something along the lines of, you'll put down like a chassis kind of thing, and then kind of similar to how like you put like the items in the world here. It'll be kind of like you'll put down these kind of bolt-on bits onto the airships. Lunch at work, eating and game dev as much as possible. Absolutely. You managed to do it in your lunchtime. Wow. Just have to like scoff down your food in 10 minutes, and then you get the rest of the hour to to game dev. Oh, thanks very much. Cheers. Yeah, sometimes it feels like I haven't done huge amounts that are visible, because obviously when you're coding and stuff, you don't really get to see much. But I'm kind of doing some art at the moment. But I don't know about you. Like, I find using the computer during the day and then trying to do anything with the mouse in the evening as well is quite quite sore on my hand and stuff. Problem at home is that my office is my son's room. When I get home, dinner and bedtime. Yeah, no, totally. Do you have much of a commute? Because I'm guessing you're working in London, weren't you? I can't remember where you were working. But I imagine it's a pretty busy commute anyway if you're down that way. So. Yeah, the streaming is good for that. It's also a battle with me, like, do I carry on working on something or do I like take an evening off and do some streaming or something like that. And I also had to reformat my laptop at the weekend because it was, I think I'd had a duff Windows update or something and it just killed itself whenever I was trying to run a program. It was like, you don't have permission to do this or whatever bullshit. So I had to reformat. I use a laptop for streaming on, just because it's annoyingly noisy, and that's great for streaming. No, it's just because my main computer's downstairs and I didn't want to move that up here. St Paul's, central London. Tube is horrendous, is it? I see, whenever I've used the tube I've found it really convenient, but like I guess that's never rush hour. It's like if I'm down in London on holiday or something like that, I mean it seems pretty convenient for getting around, but like, yeah, I imagine at rush hour it's just, what you hear about, don't you, like people having to like just cram on and everything. Whereabouts are you moving to? Every man for themselves. It's a life or death situation. Ah, that's wrong, don't put that there. Okay, fixed. Have you managed to get the whole London walk 5 miles an hour faster than anywhere in the rest of the country thing going on? Oh, you're moving to Southampton? Oh, nice. That's cool. So wait, will you commute into London from Southampton? I suppose it's like an hour on the train or something, isn't it? The price of your 2-bed flat, you can get a 3-bedroom house. Yeah, that would be slightly better. Oh yeah, well, have you bought a place in London for the 2-bedroom flat? Because I'm guessing you get a good bit of money for that. Oh, I'm being killed again. Oh. Like the Flash. Oh, that's really cool. They'll let you work from home. That'd be quite nice. So you get to have like, maybe that extra bedroom would be like your proper office or something, and then you can... That's pretty cool. Is it in? Are you working in finance now? Ah, cool. That's good. I'm guessing that house, or your flat, has just shot up in value the whole time you've had it as well. I guess that's the nice thing about London. Once you got on the ladder, it's just going to increase. Move to the garage. Let's grab some more stone. Oh, cool, nice. All right. Oh, that's pretty awesome, working in VR. Because you've always had the Oculus, haven't you? I remember you had the test one. I've still yet to try VR. Although one of the guys at work's got the Sony one, and he's going to bring it in at some point for us to all have a shot on it. Oh, and the price of houses in just England in general, or South England in general, is just horrifying. Like, I mean, when my brother was buying their house down there, I was just comparing what they'd get for their money in Scotland, and I know obviously the job situation in Scotland is kind of rubbish by comparison, but it's like, again, like the difference of London and Southampton, it's like that again for the difference between most of England and Scotland. Like there's some houses up here that are just like, you know, like 6-bedroom things that you're like, that's £1 million house for sure. And it'd be like 450 grand or something, which is still out my price range, but a lot more reasonable. Run away. Bastards. Yeah, London is. I don't know how it's still managing to increase in prices. It makes no sense. I mean, obviously, it's like now it seems to be just anyone rich from around the world buys property there as kind of like better than saving their money investment. But it's hard to blame them if you can get if you can get like a annual 5% or something for your money. It's like it just kicks the crap out of actual savings rates. So. See if I can see any creatures. Oh, there's a wizard. See if I can hit him from here. Oh, don't go to sleep, other computer. Some of that. Little bastard. I should actually name some of the creatures just little bastard. I'll probably. Oh, What's next on the Woodfel big task list? Anything scary? It's just a big pile of art at the moment, really. I want to get through. I've got like a few creature models I want to make, and the airship thing. I think I was starting to say, like there's going to be like different bits of the airships that you kind of bolt together. So like the hull and an engine and maybe like a gun turret or something. So I want to do some art for that. But no, although there's more features, there's nothing particularly like. Oh, what, your game is finding time in what actually is the. Yeah, I same problem, but are you gonna have it as like, is it like a sim kind of game where you kind of build like a rail system around a town or something? Yeah, environment stuff wise, I'm probably kind of happy with the variety of the build sets, unless, like I say, I find anything that I need that I hadn't thought of. I need more like resource objects and stuff. In my head, it's an adventure puzzle game. Oh, that's cool. Yeah. Oh, so you might like be like, you've got to build a track through this annoyingly placed ravine or something like that, and you've got to kind of figure out how to do it. Is it going to be like gather resources to build the track, and you've got like a limit to how many you can use and stuff, or? Sorry if I waffle on, by the way. It's kind of hard, as you're probably noticing, it's kind of hard to have a conversation with 2-minute delay. Screw it, I'm going to build a tower into space. Or stairway into space. Yeah. Ran out of stairs. Disappointed. Oh no, a thing! Solve the thing by puzzles and dialogue. Yeah, that'd be cool. Oh yeah, you're on your phone. Forgot about that as well. That must be a pain in the arse. Can't remember how high I've made it that I can build, so I'm just checking. I think it's as high as the regular kind of terrain blocks. Yes, there we go. That's the top. You can build this high and no further. For now. Maybe later you can. Jump! Because there's no fall damage. Woo! It's a wizard on my tower. How dare he? How dare he get into my tower when I've forgotten where I put the entrance? Ah. Aha, got you. I'm going to close the stream there. I'm going to go and get myself a fresh cup of tea. But cheers for coming along, guys. It's nice to speak to you. And I'll try and let you know next time when I'm actually, like you say, in the day leading up to it, let you know if I'm going to do a stream. And then we can see how bad the lag is with the combat, which would be kind of cool. With the dungeon, you said, oh, someone's hit me. No, it's not. With the dungeon, you said you made like set pieces and it loads them in. Have you thought about abandoned structures at all? Pre-made that can appear on servers. Yes, I have thought about that kind of thing. Probably using the kind of the object system that the players build with. And again, I'd probably be like either ones that I've just kind of configured myself, because it would be quite hard to randomly generate those sort of things. But yeah, totally stuff on the surface. I mean, initially I'll probably do just something using the voxel terrain, like big stone pillars and big steps or something, and just in small areas, so like you can be walking around the surface and you'll see like ruined structures or something. And that's something I want to also chip back into the event system that's in the game now. So like those structures that might spawn on the surface would have like a point, maybe a haunted house with specific monsters in. Yeah, that'd be cool. A haunted house kind of idea would be good. And yeah, they would have like when those kind of physical locations are generated, you'd get like a point of interest added to like a list somewhere, and then that's somewhere that things could spawn later on. So they wouldn't always have stuff spawn there, but there's a good chance that some sort of event, like you say, haunted house kind of thing, would spawn in that position. Something else that's kind of rubbish at the moment is that I've got the entire bottom of the world is covered in dungeon, and that kind of makes it, you just know there's guaranteed dungeon there, so it's not very special. So I really need to make it more so it's like small pockets of dungeon, so when you do come across one, it's, whoa, what's this? I haven't seen one of these before. Kind of like how the mines work in Minecraft, because they're always fun. You come across them and you don't know how big they are or what's going to be in them, and they're always cool. 100% dungeon guarantee, yeah, pretty much. And that's why, like, when I was starting this stream, I don't know if you saw that bit, I just basically dug a hole straight down, because I know that there's a dungeon down there, and I can pick up some of the lights, and then so I don't have to actually find the bits to make the lights. I'm just like grab some of them, and I'll just use them. So mad cheating, but yeah, it kind of makes it a bit. Well, it's not very special when you find it. So. Yeah, cheers for coming along, man. It was fun to chat with you. If you've got a mic as well, when I'm streaming next time, we can use something like Discord, and we can actually chat in real time. Oh my god, the technology. Cool. Right, I'm gonna put the stream off. I'll probably leave it up for a little while, and then I'll check it and see if it's actually interesting before taking it down. So, thanks for coming along. Bye.